Good morning, everyone. Greg Silva. Hey, I wanted to spend a couple of sessions just going over instructor training. And what I want to talk about today is the warm up before the warm up. And when I say that, what we're really talking about is state management. In other words, when you start the warm up, now I'm talking push ups, sit ups, flexibility exercises, aerobic exercises. But we want to make sure we get all our students in the proper state before they come to the line and start taking action. If you listen to any Tony Robbins, you'll hear him talk about state management. And state management is like all of a sudden, if you feel depressed, most people start sitting as they're depressed. They depress their body. If you want to get out of that state and feel in a better state, you would sit up straight, put your shoulders back, chest out, head nice and high, start breathing deeply. Just by changing your physiology, you can change your mental state. So that's one thing we want to talk about. Next thing we want to talk about is how motion creates emotion. In other words, if you're clapping your hands real slow, there's a certain state of emotion. If you're taking big hands and you're clapping wide, you're running, all of a sudden that motion creates emotion. Now, how can we use motion creating emotion and state management to make sure our kids are ready for class? Well, this is how we do it. When the kids come to class, I like to show great self-discipline. So when my kids first come to class, they're waiting by the side of the mat. They're all locking it up. There's no kids fooling around. I want to make sure I'm consistent with what I'm teaching people. So if I'm teaching self-discipline and self-control, my students before class have to be disciplined and self-control. So they're sitting down. Once I say stand up or set, they jump up into attention stance, slap their hands to the side, go sir. And so already that's a dynamic motion. They may be sitting down slightly depressed, but I want to change their state by having them stand up quickly, strongly, and yell out, sir. Now, when I say line up, they're not going to walk to their lines because we do have another rule that says if you take more than 2 steps, then you run. So I actually want them to run to their places on the mat. And we do it very organized. If you've ever been to instructor college, you'll see the kids run around the mat right up into their dot or where they're supposed to stand when they're taking class. But it's not done where they're just walking and they're talking to each other. They're actually running, clapping. They'll get their high five when I go set. All of a sudden they're coming attention set and they'll, sir. So it's emotion, creating emotion, and it's state management. What you want to think of is these kids or could be adults are having a certain time of day. Maybe they had a bad day at school, bad day at work, something happened on the way to the dojo. You want them to forget all that. You want them totally focused and concentrated on your martial arts class once they come to line. Because if you have to start raising their state and get them from a level 5 to a level 10 during the warm up, you're wasting part of your warm up. So the whole goal here is at the very beginning of class, just what I do to prepare my class gets that at a high mental peak. And again, you want them at a level 10 before they even get started. So off to a strong start. They're sitting, they're self-controlled. I say stand up or set. They stand up nice and straight. They yell it out. Their eyes are on me. They're focused. I say line up. They run to the lines. They're clapping, making noise, creating a lot of motion, which creates emotion. I get them in a set position, and then we do the student creed. Now, this is really important. If you have a student creed, but it's not our student creed, that's fine. But it's really important how you use the student creed because the student creed is going to go more on management, state management. It's also going to be your first time to do benefits. So I'm going to say set. They're going to put their hands out in front of them. They're going to be real strong. I will develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that could reduce my mental growth or physical health. I will develop self-discipline in order to bring the best out of myself and in others. I will use common sense before self-defense and never be abusive or offensive. This is a black belt school. We are dedicated. We are motivated. We're on a quest to be the best. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. I choose to be a winner. That's your student creed. And they're saying it loud and proud, really strong. And you make sure they say it loud and proud because it's not just what they say, it's how they say it that is really important. So you want them focused, strong, and loud. Now it's your first time to teach a mental benefit. After you're done with the creed, go on to it. Hey guys, when we're doing a student creed, we say, I choose to be a winner. See, life is all about choices. Imagine now you're talking to kids class. You're on your way home from school and your friend says, Hey, let's go into that 7-Eleven, steal a candy bar. What do you say? No, of course. There's no thinking about it. I mean, you're strong. You're a martial artist. You have a choice. You have a choice of doing something right or something wrong. And we always do the things that's going to be the best. That's why winners never quit. That's why we have, it's our choice. And we're making a choice not to do it. So that's a few tips. And those are powerful tips for getting your class started strong, getting good state management, and get your people at level 10 mentally before they throw the first kick, punch, block, whatever. So that's the tip of the day. Use it. If you need help in a student creed, it is on our website. Just check out the website in the owner's manuals there, and you'll find it. Thank you. Enjoy the day.